Greetings and salutations, viewers. Chuke here with Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Very excited to do this video because in a week and a half, Chuck and I will be off on our coastal Alaskan black bear hunt. Now, Chuck has really gotten on my case over the last couple years because our last hunt, I bailed on him. And he just did all these videos how I went overseas to meet my bride and I let him down and just made fun of me. It just shows what kind of person he is. In fact, not too long ago when he told me he was engaged, I said, "Hey Chuck, you should do what I do and think about getting an engagement ring at Walmart." And he started laughing at me and making fun of me. It just shows what kind of person he is. He's just very judgmental and thinks he's better than everybody. But anyways, he has forgiven me and we are hunting together on a coastal hunt. I'm very excited. We'll be in the South Central region. Now, I do want to say there's a difference between this hunt and some of the other hunts I do. Some of the bear hunts I do are extreme mountain hunts and I've got everything lightweight, very minimalist. I'm going in with like a bivy sack or a small tent and just sleeping up in the mountains, packing everything in, packing everything out, very grueling. Some of my caribou hunts are like that. I may not camp, but I'll bring everything out there. This hunt is going to be different. It's a very comfortable hunt because we're not going by airplane. You kind of have to pack light sometimes going by airplane. We're going by boat. It is a boat only trip to our destination, and my buddy's got a good sized boat, and the last time we went, we just brought all the gear. It's very comfortable. He doesn't mind a heavy load. It actually keeps his bow down and helps him with the waves, so we could just bring whatever we want. In fact, the last time I went, I brought a fat tire bike along. I don't think I'll do that because it wasn't that comfortable riding on the beach and the trails weren't groomed. I'm going to save that for nice dirt roads. But we can bring all kinds of stuff and weight really isn't an issue. So it turns out that our hunt is pretty comfortable. So I'm just going to go through some of the stuff. Keep in mind that it is a boat vessel based hunt that's going to drop us off. We're going to have 3 nights there. And this is what I'm going to bring. So first of all, the rifle. This is what I'll be hunting with. I'm very excited. It's pretty heavy. This is a CMMG Mark III 308 AR-10 platform. I've got a Leopold Mark IV scope on there. It's got a bipod. I'm going to be using 10 round mags, but I have this thing dialed in very accurately, sub MOA. Surprising because some people claim they weren't getting that. And I sighted it in with this Hornady Precision 308 178 grain ELD-X ammo, and I just did so good with it that I stocked up on a bunch of this ammo. So I'm very excited. There's not going to be a lot of brush. The last time we got Chuck's bear, we were on the beach. He was able to go prone. Easy shot. So I'm hoping to be able to go prone with the bipod, and I'll have no problem taking a black bear if I see one with this rifle. So very excited about that. As for sidearms, since we're mainly going to be in black bear country, I'm not going to bring the 454. I'm going to bring my Glock 20, 10 millimeter in the GS holsters, chest holster. This is just kind of my go-to. I've got a Streamlight light on there. It's kind of my go-to backup sidearm while bear hunting. So I've been using it for 3 or 4 years now. So that's a no-brainer for me. As many of you know, I'm very happy with the 10 millimeter. Feel confident with it. Chuck will probably bring his Glock 40. So we'll have some 10 millimeters on the hunt. So excited about that. As for packs, I'm going to have my day pack. So I got a Badlands day pack. And it's just really comfortable. I'll have my water bladder in there, some knives, essentials, game bags. It's just really comfortable to hunt in the day pack. And then if I get something, I might bring a small load of meat, but then I'll come back with my big meat pack. And so this is kind of overkill for a hunt like this, because last time Chuck shot a bear that was probably 300 or 400 yards from our tent. We did have to go around a lagoon to get it, so it was about a mile hike. But my Barney's pack is going to be the meat carrier, and I might as well be comfortable. I mean, this is the top of the line pack. It doesn't really get better than the Barney Sports Chalet pack. You know, professional hunters and sheep hunters and people like that use it. It's, you know, kind of considered the best meat frame pack in Alaska. So I might as well be comfortable. You know, if we get a big bear, it'll be nice. So the day pack, Badlands, and then the Barney's meat packer are my 2 packs. As for knives, I usually have like one of those replaceable Havalon knives. Havalon, you know, the little surgical blades with the replaceable blades. But I've been testing some knives from 3 Dog Knife out of Northern Knives here in Anchorage. And so I've got the Mac, the multi-animal knife for skinning, and then the Amok, kind of like a big survival knife. And I've used it for chopping through limbs and pelvises and rib cages and things like that. So I'll just have a sharpening stone with me, a big old sharpening stone, since weight is, you know, not a consideration we're making. We can bring a bunch of heavy stuff. So these 2 knives and a sharpening stone, and that's what I'm bringing as far as knives. As for cooking, I just got a Scottle, the Timbo Tusk Scottle, because I'm getting into overlanding. This thing is really cool. It was designed in Australia. It's made in the USA. It's like a big propane powered wok on a tripod. So it's going to be super comfortable to cook with. And, you know, normally I would just have a tiny little camp stove, or even like my, you know, little lightweight jet boil type stove. But since weight is no issue, I might as well be comfortable and have fun. So I'm bringing the Timbo Tusk Scottle. It's going to be a lot of fun to cook on. Water, I will have my water filter that I use in case I go on an extended hike, which I might, but we're just going to bring big jugs of water. We usually get, you know, some big jugs at the store. We'll bring that with us. My tent, now ideally, since weight isn't an option, I would like a big old tarp tent with a wooden stove. That would be ideal. It would be so comfortable for this hunt. That's what I would love. I didn't end up getting one because I went with a overland truck tent that I obviously can't bring on this hunt. So I did get last season, I got like a cheap Ozark Trail or something, just a cheap 4-man tent with a rain fly. It'll be comfortable. I'll bring that. I'll bring a thermarest. As for my sleeping bag, I forgot the brand, but I've got an artificial fill heavy duty sleeping bag that's rated to -40, just because I want to be comfortable. Even in, you know, late May, in Alaska, even in this area, we're getting mornings where it's 30 degrees. It can be very cold. You know, I've fished in early June where it was below freezing, and the ringlets in my fishing pole were freezing up. So it does get pretty cold. So obviously I'm going to bring a very cold weather sleeping bag. One thing I don't have yet is a power charging station. So I'm looking to pick one of those up in the next few days, because Chuck and I have a lot of gear, camera gear and gadgets. So it's just really helpful, especially on a 3-day hunt. Last time we went out there, we barely had it. We had a little mini charger. We barely had enough juice to keep our phones going. So this time it's going to be comfortable. We could charge up laptops, whatever we need. So definitely for a 3-day hunt, it's nice to have a charger. So I'm going to bring a power station. Large cooler. I'm not a big fan of the brand of cooler that I have, but since weight is an option, you know, I'll get ice and some ice packs, and we'll bring a large cooler for all of our food, maybe some small coolers too. Clothing, I'm going to have some First Light pants as a backup, but I am going to hunt my Cry Precision pants. They're tactical pants with the knee pads in them. So I'm very excited about that, because I'm always dropping down to the ground when I see an animal. So it's nice to be comfortable. So I'm going to hunt with that for the first time. You know, a couple pairs of everything, a lot of warm layers. I will have my Sitka Stormfront jacket. You know, since I already have it, it's kind of a no-brainer. I've got a little bit warmer Under Armour jacket that I'll be bringing. And then just lots of layers. As for boots, I will bring my Zamberlan boots in case I do go on one of the trails for an extended hike. Those are kind of my high-end hunting mountaineering boots. But otherwise, I've just got this pair of muck boots that I got in New York. They're a different brand, but they're really nice. They're insulated, waterproof, you know, those rubber boots that have all the neoprene insulation, and that's what Chuck wears too. And for getting on and off the boat, you know, we have to go through a little water, just a lot. You know, I could probably hunt the whole time in those. So you definitely want muck boots. First aid kit, definitely. I think I'm going to bring a camp shower this time because we'll have a lot of water. I can boil some water and then, you know, put some of it with cold water, make it lukewarm in this camp shower and just stay clean and smelling good, not scare off all the animals. So I'm going to do that. Headlamp I don't have yet, but I'm probably going to order most likely an Olight. They have the best lights I've found, LED lights for the price. So probably that Perun headlamp I'm going to get. Also, GPS. Obviously, we have GPS on our phones, but I'll have, you know, an older GPS unit in case I do go hiking, and maybe a fishing pole. I go back and forth with a fishing pole because when I'm bear hunting for only 3 days, I just want to focus on bear hunting. I don't want to waste time fishing when I could be scouting or glassing for bears. On the other hand, if we get a bear the first night, then I can just enjoy myself, because every time I don't bring a fly rod, I end up seeing just like the best fishing ever and just kick myself for not bringing some fly fishing gear. So I probably will bring a fly rod just in case I get a bear early. I can enjoy myself for the rest of the time just fishing. So that's kind of what's nice about hunting in Alaska. You can do these combo trips. So anyways, I'm very excited about the hunt. Let me know if there's anything I missed and what you guys think about my gear. Thanks, guys. Also, you can check me out on Instagram, and please help me out on Patreon and be a patron if you can. Thanks, guys. It's Chuke, your friend in the field.